Welcome back, everyone. Happy to introduce our next company. We have ClickStream Corporation. It trades on the OTC Pink sheets under the symbol CLIS and is a technology company focused on developing apps and digital platforms that disrupt conventional industries. Please welcome its CEO, Frank Magliochetti. Welcome, Frank.
Hey, Anna, how are you today?
Great. Happy to hear your presentation and learn about your company.
Yeah, thank you so much for the invite. We appreciate it.
All right. Well, the floor is yours, Frank.
All right. Thank you. Well, hello, everyone. I am going to talk about ClickStream. It's an OTC Pink, and we are a technology company that develops apps and digital platforms with the hopes of disrupting conventional industries. So let me get started. So ClickStream has three companies at the moment. One is WinQuick, HeyPal, and NIFT. And so WinQuick, if you're not familiar with ClickStream, it's a mobile real-time gaming platform that pays users money to participate in these trivia games. It's available both on iOS and the Google Play Store. We just launched an additional game on that platform called The Daily Dozen. And it's a predictive it's our first predictive game, and that should see some real traction here in the short term. The next one is HeyPal, which is a language exchange allowing users around the world to communicate. When you think about HeyPal, think about Facebook for language learners. It's very similar in structure, although it does have a couple of features that are different. NIFT, we entered the NFT smart space through creating a marketplace for NFTs, specifically for the music industry. And we show artists, labels, producers, etc., how to increase their revenue utilizing an NFT on a concealed marketplace. So I'm going to start with HeyPal. HeyPal is a social language learning app. We launched it about 3 weeks ago. We had beta tested it for a significant amount of time, and we are super pleased and excited about the traction that we have received. Just in 3 weeks, at the beginning, we went viral with 30 different countries. And we're getting, almost 30% organic growth. So that's really free downloads for us. And we see active engagement early with this. So we're excited. So basically, it allows the user to communicate on this exchange through direct chat, through posting, and social media. Soon video as well. So it's actually really cool. You basically get on the site as if you were using Facebook, and the ultimate goal is to increase your language, your personal language portfolio. And so I get on the site and I decide that I want to learn French. So I go to the French category and begin to post, looking for people that would like to chat. And it's not necessarily, hey, I want to chat about learning French. I want to chat about your culture. And in doing so, let's agree that we're going to speak my native language, your native language, and we translate contemporaneously so that we're learning as we're going. So it's very different. This app is very different than the static apps that you see with Rosetta Stone or Duolingo. We're much more dynamic in nature, and we're building friendships. We see that friendships are being built utilizing the app. So it's been very rewarding for the company. So private messaging. So I could get on this site And if you haven't gone on it, I would recommend that you get on it just for the experience. So I can get on this site and I meet somebody on the site and I can direct message them. And there's a translation button, and I can basically translate into the language that I'm currently posting on. So if it's Spanish, I just hit translation and it comes up in Spanish. So I'm visually seeing the translation and relating it to what I wrote originally. And then I can also put it on audio where you can get the accent correctly, and your friend across wherever you are, if you're in the US, they're in France, you can begin to dynamically help each other with the proper accents. So as I mentioned, you don't have to be specifically on a language and stay on that language. You can just go and go to various languages. You can go to Germany, you can go to English, you can go to Spanish, Hindu, and post on each and every one of those. You're not limited to a single language post or feed. So let's talk a little bit about our competition and why we really wanted to enter this space and disrupt it. So it's a company called HelloTalk, and they currently dominate this language exchange app market. They're based out of China, and they currently have about 30 million users around the world. And it supports all major languages like we do. They have, at last look, they had over 7 million in revenue, and their valuation was over 300 million. So that's who we're competing against, and let's see how we stack up. So HeyPal's advantages, and this is a big one. We allow our users to post in any language board. And in HelloTalk, they can only post in one language board. So it limits their experience. Using our platform, you can message unlimited people for free at this moment. Unlimited people you can engage with and have direct conversations with. We do not censor or suppress political discussions. We do inappropriate behavior, etc. We moderate that, we monitor it and remove people. But in terms of censorship, for political reasons, we do not touch it. It's based out of the US, and if you take a look at our UI, it's very modern and clean. With HelloTalk, they censor the discussions of politics and other topics. The users are very concerned about privacy because it's based out of China. And if you compare the two, it's very glitchy and clunky in nature. And they charge for certain features that we have for basically free at this moment. So what's our marketing strategy? We have dedicated a tremendous amount of ad spend purely in the digital format. You find us on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, Snapchat, YouTube. We are seeing the fruits of that spending. We have, we're approaching 100,000 downloads, millions of click-throughs. Again, we have close to 30+% organic growth. The engagement, the time, the stickiness is exceptional at this point. And we haven't even launched our Android. And the intent is to launch our Android in September, along with other features. And we believe that that's when our launch begins. This is basically a soft launch for only iOS, but our strat plan calls for our hard launch when we have iOS and Android. And that's where we're going to see what we believe is exponential growth. So that's HeyPal. And in summary, we are super pleased with the performance to date. The app is robust, it's enduring, and we're getting tremendous engagement. So now I'd like to go over to NIFT. Now, NIFT plays in the NFT space, and we made a decision in our strategic plan to not be specifically an NFT creator, where we just mint NFTs and put them up on somebody's site. We decided that we want to be the site. We want to be the turnkey solution for the segment of music and music-related items on a platform. So that's what NIFT is. And let's walk through a little bit more. So let's look at the evolution of music, right? So we had the phonograph, and then we had a thing called the Walkman where people could carry it around, and that was very disruptive. And then we had streaming, whether it was Spotify, Pandora, and people were able to stream what they enjoyed and eliminate the things that really wasn't important to them in terms of listening. And then now we have the advent of NFTs and actual ownership of certain music and product. And so we decided to play in this space. And let me give you some numbers on why. The music industry, the revenue related to recorded music is almost 22 billion, of which 32% of that is streaming revenue. So, really think about, 7+ billion in streaming revenue. And it's not a stagnant market. It's growing at about 23% year over year. So it's an amazing space that, which we believe that the NFT is a new revenue source for artists, producers, and agencies and labels. So coming in, what did we think that we wanted to solve here? So we're basically partnering tech with musical creators, whether it's artists, producers, labels, agencies, whoever really owns the music, we're partnering with them. And then we're allowing these creators to tap an entirely new segment of revenue by selling their art directly to fans and consumers through an original NFT. And so this is a very unique area. It's at its embryonic stage, and I think we got into this to be all in. And so you'll see in a few moments here, we really have a turnkey solution for the artist. So, really what is our value add? Plus revenues, right? I mean, they can put their NFT anywhere. But most of these musicians, is that their skill set? Do they know about NFTs? Do they know how to mint NFTs? Do they know how to market their NFTs? And so we felt by creating a marketplace surrounding this particular area that we could make a difference, and we believe that we can. And so what we have our blockchain technology plus the music application, and we mint the NFTs ourselves. So they come with a song, they come with an album, they come with a record cover. We mint it, and we mint it directly onto the Ethereum blockchain using 721 and 1155 standards. So we're state of the art, and we will hold. First, we'll create the NFT for them. We will market and sell the NFT. We will store the NFT for the person who purchased it in our crypto safe. And we basically will resell it for them if they choose that. And our ecosystem is really simple. We take a transaction-related fee on every transaction that occurs on our marketplace. So if Aerosmith sells a record and somebody buys the NFT, and then they want to resell it, we get the original fee and we get the secondary fee and tertiary, whatever it is, as long as they keep it in our safe, then we get to earn on that. So let's take a look at the site itself. It's actually really cool. We'll be launching it here in the end of July. And a little bit about the launch. So the launch is scheduled for July 30th. And but internally, if we do not feel comfortable in any way with the app, at this point we feel very comfortable. But if we don't feel very comfortable, we'll delay it a week or whatever we need to do to get it perfectly right. Then we will do that. And we rather take the hit in terms of being a little bit late than putting out something that we're not proud of internally. So let's take a look at the website, the app, the preview with the features. So if you take a look at this, you basically go on the site and you begin to explore who has NFTs. And you basically decide through your review, do you want to buy a certain NFT based on what we have on the site? And if you do, you know, it's very simple to purchase or bid on the NFT. And if you're an artist, so that's the purchaser. If you're the artist, you say, hey, look, I really want to get into this NFT business. I want an easy solution. I don't know much about it. Here's my song. And we basically mint an NFT for that music. So we take the load off of them and we take care of it internally. The nice thing about this, all of the NFTs that are on our system will be streamed seamlessly. So you pick what you want and it will seamlessly stream the NFT. So what we've done is we've created a marketplace where the purchaser could go in and scan the NFTs to see if there's somebody or something on there that they would enjoy and that they would feel like they want to bid on. And so that's available to the purchaser. And for the purchaser, they don't have to worry about what do I do with the NFT post-purchase. We'll keep it for them. We'll keep it in our safe. And if they want to resell it or store it, we do that for them. If they want to move it, we assist them in the transport. For the artist, and that artist could be the original songwriter, the original vocalist, the producer, whoever really owns the content can come on and create an NFT and we mint it. And then lastly, you know, streaming is growing at, 32%. So, you know, we're right in the middle of that. We're right in the middle of the streaming, and we see that as an area that could become very robust for us once this platform catches engagement. So that's our NIFTer platform. And, you know, and as I said, it's an embryo, but are people engaging now? Are there artists now exploring the idea of an NFT market and sales? And as you can see here, it's beginning, you know, it's clearly beginning to take hold in the marketplace. And we look forward to entering this and getting our early share of the marketplace and show these artists, producers, you know, labels that we clearly are probably the top of this space. So what's some additional areas of interest that we're looking at as a company? So children learning apps is a definitive area that we will be entering. It's a $30+ billion area. It's really ripe for revenue, and we're going to be entering that space shortly. We're going to let everybody know what exactly we're doing and how we're going to enter it, but we will be entering that space. We believe with our affiliation with Winners, we want to be in the esports app space. And we've done our strategic planning around this. We've looked at some things both internally and externally. And I believe that that's a place that we will play in. The last place is user experience. We're looking at various apps internally and externally that would enhance user experience in certain areas, whether it's dining, entertainment, user related experiences. We want to be there. We believe that's growing. We believe that the quarantine scenario has increased the utility of those, and people are much more comfortable using them. So we're definitively going to be looking in that space. So in summarize, we basically have our WinQuick platform, and I didn't spend a lot of time on that today because it's been around about a year, and we're now launching the Daily Dozen. I really wanted to spend more time talking about HeyPal, which is really blowing up for us. It's been just an enormous opportunity, and we just can't wait to see what this looks like 6 months, a year from now. And, with HeyPal, our ecosystem will be really driven by premium kinds of features, where we're going to let people use the app, get comfortable with it, add some additional features in September, and then modify how we expose users to those features. A couple of things that may come out of HeyPal. We're seeing people that are getting connected culturally and enjoying each other's virtual company. So, we're clearly looking at HeyPal Friends, which could, simply be a dating derivative of HeyPal. Clearly, a lot of people are using HeyPal now because of traveling. And so we may create an additional component of the parent HeyPal that talks about HeyPal travel. So that's HeyPal. NIFTer, we're getting ready to launch. We're going to put a huge marketing budget behind the launch of NIFTer. And we feel really good about what our offering is going to be. We feel very positive that we're going to make a difference in that segment. And the children learning apps. I think you'll be excited about our entry into that space. And it's not only an app, but it has derivative commercial revenue that will be associated with that. And then esports with our affiliation with Winners. And a little bit further out is our user experience apps. So the bottom line of this is that we started this about 18 months ago with a strategic plan. We haven't modified that to strategic plan. We've looked routinely at it to make sure that our tactical plan matches with the strat plan. And we feel real comfortable where we are right now, real comfortable. And so with that, I want to say thank you to Anna for hosting us. Thank you for the invite. And certainly, I want to thank every shareholder that has participated in ClickStream. You're very much appreciated at our company.
Thank you so much, Frank. We do have quite a few questions, but we only have 5 minutes left. So I'm just going to start at the top, and then we'll send the rest to you so you can answer on your own time and hopefully come back and join us again to give us an update. All right. So HeyPal has been launched, and it seems like it's been a successful few weeks. Can you talk a little bit about the release of version 2, its timing and its features?
Yeah, I can briefly talk a little bit about if there's a lot of questions, I want to be able to navigate that. We will be launching in September. It will be the addition of the Android, which is most of the world outside of the US. And it will have features where you could group chat, where groups could get together and do their learning with a tutor, video translation, those kinds of things. I think it'll be extremely helpful for people that are using the app, and it will attract additional people.
So is NIFT still being launched in July? Are you still on track for that?
Yeah, we're still on track. As I mentioned, in July 30th is our launch date, and we feel real comfortable at this point with that.
Can you talk a little bit about the Daily Dozen, what that's all about?
Yeah, the Daily Dozen is a predictive app where you basically let me give you an example. Tonight, the Red Sox play Tampa, and one of the questions could be and I'm not sure if Red Sox play Tampa, but I'm just giving you an example. The Red Sox play Tampa, and it'll say that the combined score will be greater than 10, true or false. And so it's truly a predictive game.